Hi, it's Bill Lobley. You know, this oil spill is clearly not going away anytime soon. But instead of just sitting around waiting for someone to take the blame, I figured I'd make a dinner based on some of the stuff we know about it. Because let's face it, even in the midst of one of the worst environmental crises in decades, you still have to eat. So here I am in my dining room with my oil spill table, complete with oil well and oil slick. So how do you start off an oil spill dinner? Well, the same way you start off an oil spill. With a big leak. As in, my first dish, a nice hot bowl of Big Leek soup. This is a creamy leek and potato soup garnished with a little bit of fresh dill, because there's nothing like a little offshore dilling. Next, because I couldn't resist honoring both the oil and some of the methods they're trying to use to clean it all up with, this is crudité. Now in the middle is a dip that's actually made from goat cheese, but since everybody's trying to lay the responsibility for all this on somebody else, I'm calling it scapegoat cheese. Then, there's my delicious chicken of the seaweed salad. Sitting on a fresh bed of seaweed is albacore tuna right out of the can, and it comes packed in, you guessed it, its own oil. It's topped with lemon and a little bit of extra chili oil because, well, we have more oil around here than we know what to do with. You know, BP used to stand for relatively affordable Blue Point oysters, but with all that's going on in the Gulf, their price is going to skyrocket, making them something of a delicacy. And if all this isn't hard enough to swallow, I like to serve them with a little Louisiana hot sauce. So enjoy them, if you can. Yeah, that should cover it. Hey, here's something that's fun and educational to do while you're waiting for your entree. You put a little olive oil on a plate, add some balsamic vinegar, and then take your barrier breadstick and kind of move the oil around to where you want it to go. Look, there's no guarantee it's going to always work. Just make sure you have plenty of boom on hand. And this is the entree, Top Kill Gumbo. So called because I threw just about everything at this one. Celery, onions, green pepper, okra, tomatoes, cayenne pepper, and andouille sausage, but it still looks like it's going to wind up all over my delicious Gulf shrimp. I refuse, however, to call this a failure. Hey, I don't know about you, but I cannot stop watching the live feed from the underwater camera at the oil spill. So what I did was take food coloring, add it to vermouth, put it in an oil can, and transform my Cajun martini into a live feed cocktail. See? It's just like watching it on cable. I can't take my eyes off it. And finally, dessert. This one needs no explanation. It's a good old-fashioned Mississippi mud cake. And last but not least, we have seafood surprise. Now, the seafood is Swedish fish, and the surprise, well, that comes from the well. But that's chocolate, not oil this time, and the fish get dipped right in. But let's be clear, not all surprises are this delicious. Some things are just better the way nature intended. So, we got to be careful out there. So, that's it. Oil spill dinner's over. I just need someone to help me out with the cleanup. And I'm not holding my breath.